There's a head voice and a chest voice. You may not recognize that if you're not a natural singer, but a head voice is a great way to tap into some of those higher notes. And a chest voice is more with that pop sound that you hear a lot of times on the radio. So, but both of those are effective. So when we come in every single day, what you're going to see tonight is just a small glimmer of what we do every day. So we do a siren, and then we work on doing a lot of mimicking back and forth with us as teachers and the students. So Ms. Scott's going to share a little bit of some of that.
So before we actually get to the sirens, I'm going to do a little bit with posture. So our students have to learn a lot about posture right from the beginning, because in singing, our instrument is here. Unlike band and orchestra, where they get to carry around an instrument, our body carries our instrument. So if we don't have proper posture, then we can't produce a proper sound. So they're standing right now in position 1. That's what we call our standing singing position. Show them a poor position 1. Right? We call it dude hip and attitude hip. Okay? Now show a good position 1. So this trains their muscles to carry themselves properly. Also, it makes them taller, so sometimes we kind of like that, in order to sing. So like Mr. Witt said, we also do sirens to get our voice moving before we even start singing real songs. The sirens are kind of annoying, so if you ever find your student doing one of these around the house, I apologize. Woo! 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 We also do a lot with matching pitch as well. Singing is all about listening, especially in a choral setting. It's all about listening. We work really hard to blend together so to sound like one voice. On a move, 1, 2, 3. Good. We also train them to cut off with us correctly, and it gets them to be quiet really fast. So you can take that technique in your own house if you would like it. So down our house, down ready. Listening. See, it's effective. Down our house, down ready on. Try that one again. Ready in the middle of the target and. There you go. All right. Something we also did, so when they came to us, they were very talented. We were very impressed with this group of 6th graders. But when they come in, they're very eager, and sometimes we don't have the best vowels because it's not something that you practice on your own. We try to get good vowels from the get-go, but we're going to give you some demonstrations of kind of what we started with and what we ended with. So let's do a regular so ready and so. Good. Now hands here. Ooh, lights. Ready and. So that's kind of where we started. Okay, and then we built into nice and mature. Ready and. Very nice. So that's what they normally produce regularly on a day-to-day basis. They've grown really into a mature vowel, and it matures their sound a lot.
Sorry, I couldn't see them, so I was like, we got to turn the lights on. So we also work on diction. As Ms. Scott was just saying, we work on a vowel shape, and good vowel shape helps for them to sound more mature and older. Consonants are also very, very important as well. If they don't have good consonants, you have no clue what they said, and as I told them before we walked out here, we've done all this work, we're never doing these songs again, right? This is it. So we want you to make sure that you understand what we're saying. So we spend a lot of time really focusing on hard consonants and soft consonants. So you'll hear a couple of different kind of, again, mimicking things, much like the siren thing, but focuses on consonant sound, and then another warm-up that they enjoy singing that deals with consonants.
Woo, woo, woo,
And that precision is really, really important as we're doing anything.
So, really crisp CH. Chestnut, cheetah, chewed chunk of cheese, cheddar cheese, and chestnut, cheetah, chewed chunk of cheese, cheddar cheese. Chestnut, cheetah, chewed chunk of cheese, cheddar cheese. Chestnut, cheetah, chewed chunk of cheese, cheddar cheese. We like that one because we like snacks. The next one we have is a range extension exercise. So in middle school, as some of you are quite familiar with, the voice changes. We have the voice change, which is honestly why Mr. Witt and I, one of the many, many reasons why we love middle school, because you never know what you're going to get day to day. And so when we work with that, we work a lot with extending the range, so singing higher notes as well as singing lower notes, so we can help our students through the voice change. In 6th grade, we don't have many students that have their changed voice yet. That usually pops in the end of 6th grade year into 7th grade year. But we still train them through that, so it's not as traumatizing. So, with a za, and light and bouncy. Check your all space. Legato and there you go. Now we're also demonstrating the difference between staccato, or short and detached singing, as well as legato, long and connected, smooth and connected singing. And then the last thing we're going to do is extend the range down with a nice and beautiful boy, 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 ready, and boy, 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 even rounder. Come on. Boy, 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 boy. Very nice. And we also use a scale. So we're gonna do our scale for you. We've been working very hard on this. Second on do, nice and tall vowels. Ready and sing. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. So our scale is basically our method of reading music. We kind of tell them when they come into chorus for the first time that they get to be bilingual in a way, because we use many different methods to read our music. Solfege, as you saw just now, is a method of reading pitch. You'll see that showcased in one of our songs later tonight, and you'll also see them use it to read music right now. This is an example they've never seen before. We just kind of told them that you're going to read some music for an audience, and they're like, oh, okay. So they've never seen this before, but they're going to practice it for 30 seconds. They get to use their hand signs. This is just a tactile method in order to learn their notes correctly. So they're going to practice it for a little bit, and then we're going to try to perform it for you guys. Everyone sing do, do, sing do, re, mi. So notice you start on do, you end on do, you got a rest in there. What do we do with the rest? You're quiet, very good. And notice we also have a half note in there. So how many big beats? 2, good job. So do is your starting note singing. Do. Go ahead and practice. So
show of hands while they're practicing. How many of you read music?
Practice it out loud, yeah.
Perfect, so you can sing along. It's right there.
Here.
Just kidding, but if you want to sing along, we'd love to have you. This is a great way for you to see again some of what they've been able to learn and do. Because what they're having to process is the pitch, the correct rhythm, and they have a specific syllable that they're singing with that. So we use that physicality of the hands moving up and down to show where that pitch is. It helps them to find the pitch a little bit easier. So thank you guys. You'll enjoy this in a second.
if you know how to read music and want to sing along with us, you're more than welcome to. Everyone sing do, do. We're going to count in 1 and 2 and ready and sing. Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready and sing. Do, re, mi. Rest. Do, do, ti. Good now. La, ti, do, re, mi, re, do. 2 and up. Very nice. Good job. So these kids keep surprising us with how smart they are. We actually gave them an example last week in class, and honestly the example is probably spring semester level. I just felt like throwing it up there to see if they get it or not. Not only did they get it, but they did it extremely well. I don't know if I told this class, but I accidentally threw it up for 7th grade too, and 6th grade sang it better than 7th grade. Don't tell 7th grade. If you're here from 7th grade, I love you. Okay. Oops, sorry. I forgot we were doing the pop loop. So this is a fun little way to incorporate some pop music into the classroom, and it builds a lot of musical talent. So if you know this song, this might be familiar. Here we go. 1, 2, I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. So that's the melody. We add on to the melody, because we love the melody, that's the main musical line. It's lovely, however, we want to make it more interesting, so we're going to add an ostinato, a little pattern to add underneath. 1 call, 1, here we go, 1, 2, I'm only one, ready, 2, I'm only one call away. I'll be there to say 1 call away. Good job. We're going to add in a harmony on top of that. I'm on one call. Here, 1, 2. I'm only one